Today's cleaning day and repair day. This is definitely going to be a multi-day job. We got a lot to do. We're going to talk you through some of the stuff ahead of us. So with that said, let's roll that intro so we can get into it.
So we found that there's a lot of things that you'll live with, but if you're going to sell your RV, you definitely don't want to sell it with a lot of these things. Like we have, for instance, one of the main things we're replacing is our fridge door, and we've had a dent in it for, I don't know.
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years, and whatever, it's a dent in the fridge door, it doesn't really matter. But now that we're going to go sell it, it looks pretty unsightly. So
yeah.
That's one of the major repairs we're doing, I would say, to get the rig selling ready.
Yes. So we have the RV almost completely cleared out. All of our cabinets are empty, which is pretty wild. Feels weird. And we were going to film the whole moving out process, and we literally packed the entire RV in a night. So not much moving out to film, to be honest. Yeah, it was just really easy to pack up and move out. I guess that's what happens when you live in less than, 400 square feet. So as far as today goes, we're not going to get all of this done, but we do have the fridge door here. We ordered that. Where'd you order that from?
The Norcold guy.
The Norcold guy.
Online.
.com?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the new fridge door. We won't be doing this today, but we're going to re-grease our wheel bearings just because that's not a maintenance item that, everyone's up for doing. So we figured we'd do that for whoever the new owners are.
We had one of these lug nuts. This is like a little decorative cap. One of them got crushed at some point when someone was switching out the tires, and so we just got replacements. So they all look nice, and you don't have one that looks mangled.
Yes. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff going on. We sat in here earlier and we're like, how do we want to tackle this? Because we know we're not going to get it all done in one day. So we opted to start in the bedroom because obviously it's completely empty and it's the smallest room in the rig. So it'll be really easy hopefully easier to clean than some of these other parts. So we're going to get started in the bedroom and kind of work our way down from there. So really all there is to do in the bedroom is we just took the mattress out, which we thought might be difficult, but it wasn't. We have to vacuum.
We have to fix one of the trim pieces.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to show. Oh, we have the bed up. Just because we haven't really, Oh my goodness. Oh, it's got some spring when you don't have a mattress on there. Yeah, so as we're literally pulling out the mattress, this trim piece rips off. So we'll be putting that back with our handy dandy Bradley
nail gun.
Bradley nail gun. And we kind of took a peek under here for the first time in a while, and it is pretty dirty.
Full of Carmen hair.
Yeah, full of Carmen hair. Oh, and we've never cleaned down back here. So that has quite a bit of Carmen hair too. So yeah, pretty much just vacuuming, cleaning. We're going to wipe down all the walls, wipe down everything in here. But yeah, it feels weird. Feels weird. Oh, ready?
Now let's get to it.
Okay. Okay, so we're almost done, I feel like, with the bedroom. Did good progress.
Yeah.
We have a hole in our ceiling.
Nothing like selling your RV to actually do some of your deferred maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So I have had the stuff to clean our AC coils for
A while.
and I've just been putting it off.
And we took like this entire shroud off completely and wiped down in there, and then I washed like the plastic pieces, so this AC is looking real nice. And honestly, so is everything else. I took the screens off. It's hot, so I pulled the shade, but I took the screens off these windows. I'm getting in like every little crevice, which is disgusting, but also kind of nice. And these screens, where are we? These screens don't come off the side windows, but I still got in there as much as I could, and those are looking really good too. And I wanted to quickly talk about this Dyson because I was anti-buying this vacuum for so long, and Jason wanted it, and I saw the price tag, you know, like 4 years ago, and it was over $600, and I was like, absolutely not. We do not need a $600 vacuum. So we ended up going with the Shark.
Yeah.
It's out there.
I really wanted a Dyson. We had one growing up, and it was just, it makes a world of difference, like actually vacuuming. You can definitely see it. And
Yeah.
so, we compromised and got a Shark
Right. A Shark, like, animal.
Duo Clean.
Yeah. It was, like, meant for pets.
Yeah.
And so, because we do have carpet in this rig. And I didn't like it. Like, it was my cons with it are the battery would die so fast. And honestly, like, after a year, the handle kind of started, like, not sparking, but you could feel, like, electricity, like, kind of shock you every once in a while, which was really disappointing. And it just didn't do, like, as good of a job. And I didn't realize how not a good a job it was doing until when we bought this. We vacuumed the living room with the Shark, and then we vacuumed the living room with the Dyson, and it pulled up so much more dirt. It was crazy. So if you're in an RV, I highly recommend this because it's a cordless vacuum. The battery lasts longer than the Shark. It has insane sucking power.
Yeah, so this is the Dyson V15 Detect, and most RVs don't really come with carpet these days, but this one has a special cleaning head that's like fluffy and made for the linoleum floor, so it doesn't harm the floors. But the main pro that it has is it has a little laser on it, which seems like a toy, like it's like a fun thing. But having it and it actually lasers the floor, like our floor looks clean, and then we'll take the Dyson out and you'll do a run and you'll see just how much, for us it's always Carmen's hair, just everywhere, and dust that just like immediately falls to the ground. But using the Dyson, you actually see it.
Yeah, like you can't see it looking at it, and then you turn on the Dyson and it lights up all this dirt and hair. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So I know I feel like all of the newer RVs don't have carpet in it anymore, and that doesn't matter with this. Like, this vacuum is the vacuum, I feel like, for RVers, because in my experience, I feel like RVs get dirtier faster than houses. So
Yeah, and it's nice, it's lightweight, and it comes with like a dock that you can just store it on the wall and it'll charge. So it's like kind of convenient for small places. Anyway, that's the end of our Dyson commercial. Not sponsored. We just love this vacuum.
Commercial we invented ourselves. Yeah, it's a great vacuum. My only con with it, though, you just reminded me by turning it on really quickly. It has like a trigger to turn it on, and that you can't like flip a switch and have it on. You have to hold the trigger the entire time. That's my only con with this thing. All right, enough avoiding.
Back to work.
All right, so my next project is going to be removing these carpet chunks that I put on the stairs. And the reason I did that was because I'd say within the first 6 months of getting this RV, I had fallen twice on the stairs. And if you wear socks and you have these stairs, like, you're guaranteed to fall. I feel like I see it in the Facebook groups all the time.
Yeah,
and like you eat it hard. I don't know how.
It's like a small area and it's just a little steep.
Yeah, I don't know how it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I get how it happens. If you're
I think
wearing...
it's because you bounce off the walls.
Yeah, you totally do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised. So, when I fell down these stairs for the first time, I slipped right off that first one, and then I tried to catch myself... No, I tried to catch myself on the door, the bathroom door, and I didn't quite get it in time. So then that, like, launched me forward, and then my elbow hit the window in the front door, and I'm shocked I did not break it. And yeah, so my legs like slipped up, I hit the bathroom door, I hit the front door, and then I just landed, like literally I skipped that second step altogether, and I just landed butt down on the floor, and it hurt. I had like a bruised tailbone. My elbow that hit the window was literally from like the tip of my elbow, like halfway up my forearm, bruised. I had bruise on my legs. I had bruise on my other elbow. It was ridiculous. So after that fall, we were like, we should probably put something on the stairs. So we put this carpet on, and it hasn't lasted very well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been 2 years, 3 years. It's just...
Yeah, I've had to redo it a couple times and, you know, peel it off and put it back. I used like double-sided sticky carpet tape for it, and when it got really, really warm in the RV, I think it was like last summer, it kind of like melted the tape, and then like, you know, the carpet was still held, like wanted to hold the round form instead of the flat form, so it like, because it got soft and gooey, it like lifted up a little bit, and then all the Carmen's hair got stuck in it. So it's not a pretty situation. So I did well, not kind of, so I guess you can't really see it. I took one carpet off already like a month ago, and then it was such a pain in the butt that I was like, I'm gonna save the other 3 stairs for later. And it's later.
Yeah.
So time to peel these off. The worst part of it is really just getting the stickiness off from the tape. It doesn't ruin the wood surface at all, but it's just time consuming. So I have a lot of Goo Gone and a little plastic scraper, and we're gonna get at it. And your project is?
Replacing the AC unit with the original controllers. We put in Z-Wave controllers that we can remotely control the AC and the temperature in the RV, but that requires technical know-how, and the company actually doesn't make them anymore, so they're really hard to get, these AC controllers, so I'm taking them with me.
Yes, we want them. So, all right. You done?
All done. All right, day 2, and we started off pretty strong. We're gonna go ahead and replace the fridge door, which is just one of those things that's real big eyesore if you didn't make the mistake yourself. So a quick...
And this was the mistake that we made. 2, actually. One right here, and the second right here.
So this was like $200 for the door, you know, more than this door is definitely worth, but in terms of resale value, it's easier to just pay the $200 now versus having someone try to haggle you down because of the dent in the door, which looks ugly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We haven't replaced this door ever, and so we don't necessarily know exactly how it's going to work, but we're going to do our best. So.
Yes. So you watched a YouTube video.
Yes, I watched half of a YouTube video.
That's all you need. So how'd you get this off? You just pull it, or?
Yeah, so it's just snapped in there.
Okay.
So you just pull it out, a little bit of friction.
Nice.
Gets you access to the hinge bolts here. There's 3 of them, just holding it on.
All right.
So
let's do this.
let's get started.
All right, the fridge door was a bust, so we put it back on, the old one. The new one, we just opened the box and took it out to put it on, and it doesn't have a front cover. So we double checked, the serials match, but it also just doesn't look like the right shape either. So Jason is emailing their customer support right now so we can figure out what the heck happened here and get the right door. So I will be starting on the next project while he's dealing with that, and that is going to be removing just the top and this shower door. From what I can tell after watching my own YouTube videos, they are connected and they're one unit when you take them out. So you kind of just unscrew them from a screw back here, a screw over there, you lift them up, you take them out. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can take out this bottom track here and clean underneath it and recaulk it, just so that the shower is in tip-top shape and, you know, we're looking good, because we have recaulked this a few times over the last 4 years. However, I just feel like it's due for a total, like, peeling off all the old caulk, giving a good cleaning, and then, you know, putting a new layer down fresh for the next owners. So I'm gonna get started on that. As you could tell, he really likes dealing with issues like this. So it's literally been a few hours and we finally have the track clean. I cleaned all along the wall, got all the old caulk off, and it's looking a lot better. So there is this like dark mark that I couldn't get off, and I think that might just be rubbing or something from the bottom of the track. Which would make sense because I feel like this area always like wiggled a lot. But yeah, I'll show you. I also cleaned the bottom of the track.
What?
Oh, I'm filming. So like these were disgusting and like my hair was wrapped around them. So this is looking great, like literally brand new to me. So I was gonna clean the glass as well, and then I figured that was just gonna be a little too difficult because they're still connected like up here, so it was hard to pull them apart safely. I was really scared about breaking them. So we're gonna put this back, and then I'll clean the glass like I normally do when it's in the shower. So what I thought would be like a 30-minute project turned into a little over 2 hours. All right, so started to recaulk the bathroom and it was a white tube. So we've had a handful of tubes around. Like we've recaulked, you know, the kitchen sink and a couple other things. I have no idea why that one was white. I got halfway down because we were like, well, let's just do it. And then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, no. So I took that off, and we are gonna go get some white silicone. or clear, jeez Louise. Could you imagine if we got white again, did that again? We're gonna get clear and try again tomorrow. I don't know what it is, if it's like the vibes of this place or like what's going on, but it was a little disappointing to not even get one project done from start to finish. So we're going home. So this has turned more into a video, a walkthrough than take you along on the adventure, because we realized those first few days when we were trying to film and get stuff done that it was just going to be too much work, because filming truly is a two-person job.
Yeah.
So we said, we can't do this. We can't work on every single task together. We have got to divide and conquer. So that's what we did. So instead, what we're going to do now is take you through what we did in each room and outside, and kind of show you everything that we had to do to get this big thing ready to sell, you know? So I think we ended, honestly, it was about 2 weeks ago. That's how long we've been taking trips to come back here and get stuff done and ready to go. But I think 2 weeks ago we ended on the shower.
Yeah, let's just show the bathroom.
Yes. Okay, so we ended up taking out almost this whole thing. 75% of the shower had to come out, which ended up being totally fine because it made it so much easier to clean the glass and clean the tracks, because I actually took them outside and just scrubbed away. Also, CLR is a life changer. So I feel like this shower actually looks almost brand new. And so then once we put everything back, we ended up recaulking the entire shower. And I totally understand now why some people take out the glass and put in either a shower bar or there's the curved bars. So I kind of get that now. It does mentally make it a lot more roomier without the glass. Moved on over to the sink, did the same thing. We installed this faucet, so it was getting some, you know, water markings. CLR, once again, totally changed the game here. Looks brand new. Cleaned out all the cupboards. You just have to wipe out everything when you're moving out of an RV. It's wild. So then with the toilet, same thing, just super deep cleaning and clean the floor. So, you know, we took the vent out of the fan here, cleaned that, gave this whole thing a good wipe down, and then we moved on to the kitchen. So in the kitchen, we had to do the same thing of just cleaning every single surface and cleaning the inside of every cupboard. So Jason and I tackled that project together. We just moved from one end each and kind of met in the middle here, wiping out every single cupboard and the front of every single cupboard. So you really start to understand how much cabinet space you have when you have to wipe every square inch of it. But I'm proud about our end result because super clean, very nice. Jason did replace the fridge door. That I believe we were able to kind of show you that process earlier, but we ended up getting the right fridge door. This was a fridge door that we ended up finding on Amazon because the Norcold guy never got back to us. So definitely don't recommend him. Customer service was severely lacking, but we were able to get through the issue. We found the door we needed, we replaced it, and it looks fantastic. So then that was a whole project in itself, cleaning the entire fridge, and we actually broke these two plastic lids that are over the vegetable drawers. So we found those. Was that on Amazon too? Or was that somewhere else? Okay, so we found those on Amazon as well, and we were able to replace our lids, which now the fridge looks new again. So if you're like us, where you just live with broken things because you think it's gonna be hard to find, don't do that. Like we lived with these issues for so long because we just didn't want to do it, and we fixed them like that. So the oven and the microwave were a project in themselves, just cleaning those, but I am so proud of this microwave. Look at that. It looks brand new. Normally I don't tell you to come closer because I'm like, hide the dirt, but you should come closer and look at this microwave. So we used what are they called? They're the Mr. Clean you're just laughing at me. Magic eraser. You gave me the code word off camera. Magic. So the magic erasers, but these were not the sponges, the thick ones. They were the thin ones. So I don't know what those are called, but I highly recommend those because I never thought that a dry product would be able to clean better than, you know, a sponge with some cleaning product. But this dry magic eraser was phenomenal because I scrubbed that first with a sponge and soap and tried a couple different things and I still couldn't get everything out. But then I went and did my final round with that magic eraser sponge and it was awesome. It got off every single little thing. And then I ended up using it on the glass on top of the stove here. And you know, this is like almost 5 years of splatter from food. And of course I'd clean it and wipe it down, but I feel like I got every single piece of dirt off this glass. So we might not be the cleanest people, but when it comes to cleaning, I feel like we're pretty dang good. So yeah, nothing too special over here or with the sink, just some cleaning, polished everything up, looking good. So now Jason's gonna go through the living room with you.
And now on to the living room. So up here, we didn't have a ton to do, but I feel like it was a lot of energy to do the things that needed to get done. We did get a new Dyson V15 Detect vacuum, and it pulled up years and years of like fine sand and dust that our previous vacuum just didn't pick up. It was amazing. It filled up the container multiple times. And then after that, after vacuuming multiple times, we actually went and we had a little hand carpet cleaner that we've used throughout the years, and we cleaned the whole entire carpet, and now I swear it looks better than new. It's like nice and fluffy and just feels clean.
And doesn't smell like dog anymore.
Yeah, big important point. And then we went and we took off all the screens, cleaned all the screens, which we made a video about the process of doing that before, and cleaned all the windows from the inside, and we still found some like cottonwood that has been probably in the RV for 2 years, just in little pieces, and just wiped down all the cabinets, and then we even had a RV cleaner come and wash the whole outside of the RV and clean the windows. So now they look beautiful and perfect for a buyer. All right, so we're outside and we're gonna finish up today with a couple of last outside projects, but just want to point out some other things we did. We have a box full of this stuff that we're including, you know, like the legs for the solar so that they can tilt it, some extra Timken bearings and lubricant and stuff like that so they know what to use on the RV, which I think is always a very helpful thing. But in here we actually rebuilt our back wall because I don't know if you remember, but when we put this slide in, we used to have that clear wall, and this slider didn't went in too far for the wall, so we just removed it, and we had been waiting to rebuild it for months and months and months, and so we finally did. So you get this nice big 90-degree angle in there, and you can still store a bunch of stuff with the slider. So that was nice. Also, I would say one of the big things is I removed my pegboard. You remember I had pegboard here so I could put all my tools on it. And so we just took that out because although it was a great idea and it worked, I feel like we didn't get good screw retention in there. So I felt like I was always retightening the self-tapper screws into the metal. And so we didn't want to sell it like that. We completely cleaned the inside, which was really dirty, but look at this storage. Oh yeah, and we added, I rebought one of these nets. I think after a year of us owning it, this net broke and we threw it away. But it's really nice where it's an easy removal net and it keeps things from falling, which definitely happens all the time if you don't have a net. I feel like every month or so something would fall and you have to pull everything off the slide and go back there to get it. kind of a pain. But now we got a brand new net and everything's looking nice and clean. So the last things we have to do today, since we had the whole outside done, we're going to be adding brand new Eternabond strips to the edge here. Just, you know, make it look nice, and we got like nice and wide ones there too. So we'll do that, and then we're going to also be doing roof seal maintenance. So we got a bunch of the Alpha Systems sealant, so we'll just get them and so they're ready to go when the buyers take it. And we haven't told you yet, but we actually already have a buyer, and we're going to be taking this thing up to them tomorrow.
And with the roof maintenance done, that's a wrap. We're going to close up the slides, put the hitch back in our truck, and get an early start tomorrow to bring our fifth wheel to their new owners. Sounds really weird. It's definitely the closing of a chapter, but I'm very excited for the next chapter. We had a good run as full-time RVers, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'm surprised that we lasted this long in this rig, and that's just because we really, really like the layout.
Yeah.
It's surprising.
Yeah, and I mean, when we hit the road, our original agreement with each other was let's try this out for a year and see where it goes. So we have been on the road for almost 5 years and landed across the country from where we're from, even though we don't know. We don't know what's happening.
This is a good place for now.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel like a lot of our decisions are made, is this is good for now, and we always know that the future is open. So it's not like our journey's over.
No.
You guys are just watching a chapter close, and we're so excited to share the next chapter with you, take you along on some more adventures.
I think it's going to be even better.
I think so too. I'm pretty excited for it. All right, well, I guess that's enough babbling. We're going to say our goodbyes to our rig in private, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our Getaway gang. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We're a little rusty here. First vlog back. My goodness. Should we try again?
Sure.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our Getaway gang. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys. All right, so wanted to do a quick update. The bedroom is it about to turn on?
Yeah, it's really turn off the power, huh?
Yeah.
All right, and now on to the